season is finally here. How excited are you just to get back out on the court and see this new squad?
Yeah, we are so excited for the season to start. Like every team in America, we're sick of playing against each other every day. We're sick of playing against our scout team, and so we're really excited to host our first game on Wednesday, November the 9th, and to open up Moody Coliseum. Like it was a great temporary accommodation to play in good old Teague Center, but we are so fired up to be in newly renovated Moody Coliseum, and I think it's going to be an awesome basketball experience for our fans as well.
I talked to Coach Tanner about this. A lot of new faces means finding and building a new rotation. What does that goal look like as far as finding a good time to have a definitive rotation in place?
You want to talk about new players? Yeah, come watch our team. We have so many new faces. You gotta learn the players, their names. So finding rotations, finding lineups that are good on the court in different defensive matchups, different offensive sets. You just got to get a few games under your belt to figure out those rotations. I will say our practices have been super competitive. Our players know that you can't play 13 players every night. Like, you've got to earn your playing time in practice every day. And so it's been really competitive. But, when the big lights come on and go out and play in the game, I think that's when we're really going to learn about our team and, who's really understanding our philosophy right now, which units of 5 play the best out on the court together.
I think it's safe to say that Maddie Miller is going to be a leader on this team. What are you asking from her? What is your call for her to help lead this team?
Yeah, it's a blessing to have Maddie back for a 5th season. It's our first 5th-year senior, and she just knows our program really well. She knows what my expectations are for them, both on and off the court, and she's been kind of the voice of reason and rationale and, just trying to be consistent about, fostering the culture of our program. And so it's been a real blessing so far just having Maddie. We obviously have high expectations for her out on the court because she knows how to run our system, and so we want her to be a vocal leader out on the court at all times during the games.
Looking at week 1, what are some goals that you'd like to see accomplished out on the court?
It'll be interesting, I think, to see our team evolve and, what will our identity be? We, as a staff, we know what we want it to be, but, as we get out and we figure out lineups and, different rotations on the court, we will start becoming who we can actually be this year with our identity. And so, I think going into the first week of the season, we get to play at home on Wednesday. We just want a clean basketball game. We want to take care of the basketball, want to be able to dictate on defense. We'd like to hang our hat on rebounding this year. That's kind of been a strength of ours in preseason so far, and we'd like to see that really be a strength in our very first game.
I touched on last week about, finding those gaps of Jamie and Emma and all of them leaving. The thing I didn't touch on is Bella Earl. After having such a great outcoming of freshman, she probably played a lot of pretty scared last year, sometimes coming out. This year she's well seasoned as a sophomore. How are you using her as well this year?
I really felt like Bella was one of the top 5 freshmen in the WAC last year, and if she had started, I think that she would have been in the conversation for Freshman of the Year. We have a lot of confidence in her skill set and the way that she plays. She got invaluable playing time last year as a freshman, so obviously as a sophomore, we are expecting her to fill some big shoes and are asking her to be consistent defensively. She's long, she understands our system, but we also expect her to be a consistent scoring threat for us. So just that's one of those situations where her role is changing tremendously from what it was as a freshman. And so it could take a few games, for her to understand how much more leadership we want from her and how much more we want her to have a scoring mentality.
That's what I wanted to ask.
Yeah, might be a little early to ask this, but I'm going to ask it anyway. Do you have any idea about a starting 5 for Wednesday?
I don't. I can tell you. It'll be Bella, Maddie, Malia, and Addie Martin, but the point guard's still kind of the question. Mainly because they're both really good, and I've just got to figure out who our best starter is and, who the biggest spark will be for us. So if y'all will keep that under wraps, I'd appreciate it.
And so first off, you guys start off with Howard Payne, and then on Sunday y'all are heading on to Houston for Rice. So what did those 2 matchups kind of look like for you guys?
Yeah, I think just the excitement about playing at home. Honestly, it doesn't even really matter who we're playing. Like, our team is just so fired up to get this started, and it's just a blessing to be in Moody Coliseum. But we've played Howard Payne quite a bit throughout my tenure at ACU, and I really appreciate the program over there. And I've had a long streak of battles against Howard Payne from my first coaching career down the street at Hardin Simmons, and so we love to host them, and they bring a good crowd too. I know they'll have a lot of fans over here, so we're excited about kicking that off. Really fun weekend ahead. We've got men's basketball in College Station, we've got football in Huntsville, women's basketball then Sunday in Houston, and so if we've got some ACU fans that want to catch 3 days in a row of following men's, women's basketball and football, like, you've got a great opportunity. Just go down to South Texas, expect to be there for 3 days. So this coming weekend will be a fun ACU weekend for sure.
Mm-hmm. So, and then you guys finally get that first game back in Moody. Hopefully Moody Magic will return, all the fun and cliche things. So what are you looking forward to most about being back in Moody, and what are the players looking forward to most about being back in Moody?
We've had the opportunity to be in Moody since August. When we returned from Portugal, we got to move into the locker room, move into our offices, and literally a week has not gone by where we have not given some individuals or some group a back of house tour. And, just it's so fun to show everybody all the unique spaces that we have for women's basketball, our offices, everything. And so I'm really excited just about ACU fans and the ACU community being able to come to Moody, sit out in the arena and enjoy a sporting event out there. And I know that volleyball's had some really good crowds this year, but there may be fans that haven't even been to an event in Moody yet. And so I'm excited about, the big country. Come out, come check out what we've been looking forward to for 2 years. Like, this is the week you need to come, check it out if you haven't done that already.
Thanks, Coach.
Okay.